I had lost a part of myself. And now I know that I'm gaining that back and I'm gaining my confidence back, and I'm really becoming the person that I truly believe I am. Hey guys, so today I'm excited to share with you my experience going through the Hair Growth Lab program. So first, I will start by talking about some of the hair issues that I've experienced over the years. When I was 15 and I was still in high school, I started losing my hair, and basically whenever I would wash it, I would be losing between 75 to 100 strands of hair, and my scalp would get so oily that I would have to wash about 3 or 4 times a week. So the more I would wash, the more hair would fall out, and at that age, I felt super alone because I felt like nobody else was going through this, because, I mean, who starts losing hair like that at such a young age? And so I had no idea who to confide in about this. I was too embarrassed to even tell my friends, my family, doctors, and I ended up just keeping it to myself for a really long time. And the stress of that, I think, just really started to set in because I had no idea what I could do for myself, or how to help motivate myself and push myself through it. And basically, before I started losing my hair, it was really thick and coarse and dense. So at first, I wasn't too nervous about it because I thought, okay, well, this is just going to be a temporary thing, and I'll lose a little bit of hair, and then, everything's going to go back to normal. But the years kept passing, and I could not find any solutions. It just seemed like no matter what I tried, I was not making any progress, and there were so many things that I was doing that I thought would help, but actually were making the problem worse. And I just kept staying in this cycle of not being able to figure out what to do about it. So last September, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a post about Hair Growth Lab. So I decided to look into it and see what it was all about. And it looked like a really unique program because, I had never seen like a hair class or course or anything like that before. So I was interested in signing up for it, but at the same time, I didn't want to get my hopes up too much because after 12 years of just being let down over and over again, and always thinking that I had found the solution for myself and then it didn't work out, I just really didn't want that to happen again with this. Another hesitation I had about Hair Growth Lab was that I possibly might not learn anything new. Like, I felt like I had been to so many doctors and I had done all my research over the years, and I was just nervous that it would be all of the same stuff I had learned or solutions that had already been presented to me that hadn't worked for me, which was another reason why I just was nervous about joining. After following Sarah on Instagram for a little bit, I could see how genuine of a person she is, how she really just cares about other people and empowering other women and wants the best for others, and how she obviously understands how to grow and maintain healthy hair. And I felt like this could really be a program that I could trust. And at that point, I just needed a fix for my hair. And so I decided to sign up. So of course, over the years that I was losing so much hair, I had visited multiple different types of doctors, and basically they would just look at my scalp and tell me it looked healthy and it looked normal, and they would suggest doing blood tests, and then the blood tests would come back and they would say, well, your blood is fine, and that they couldn't recommend anything for me. So it was such a letdown, having no optimism from them, having no encouragement from them, being made to feel like they had never dealt with an issue like this before. It made me feel like I really truly was the only one who was experiencing this. And I think that caused me to become even more closed off about it and really keep it to myself. Aside from that, most of the products that I had tried over the years, and trust me, I have experimented so much, I haven't liked anything. I would see products and see that they had amazing reviews and they had all of these good results for so many other women, and I would think, okay, well, this has to work for me too. But really, I mean, their hair profiles were probably so different than mine. So I was trusting advice from people who didn't have the same hair or the same hair issues as myself. I really just needed help in narrowing things down and determining what my hair truly needed, because I wasn't getting that from doctors. I wasn't getting it from my own research online, and Hair Growth Lab just seemed like a super organized program. I liked that it was personalized to every individual student and their own needs. And also it has a focus on natural products and how to save money on your hair care routine, which were some of the main things that really drew me in and made me want to join. So there's actually a lot more to learn about growing and maintaining healthy hair than I had ever imagined. Like, I thought I had done all my research over the years, but I was so wrong. There are things in this course that I have never ever even thought about or considered or knew would affect my hair. So another thing that's super helpful and helps you stay organized throughout the program is the workbook. And I got this cute little folder to put all of my notes in. So I printed out the workbook, put it in here. There is the overview of all the modules, my own hair goals that I set for myself in the beginning, my hair inspiration, all of the details on my hair care profile, my internal and my external profiles, and then basically some nutrients that I need to get in my diet for healthy hair, supplements, hair loving foods cheat sheet that I printed out and added, and yeah, then there are some pages that help you organize your own hair care routines. And there's more stuff, I could go on and on, but it helped me stay super organized with all of the notes of things that applied specifically to me throughout the program. I love having long hair, and of course that's something that I hope to get from the program, was to grow my hair super long and healthy. But my first and most important goal was to retain the hair that I have and end my hair loss. And so I decided to start implementing the internal practices first, because I figured that my body would take longer to adjust to those things. So with my first focus being on internal practices, I decided that I really needed to change my diet for good and be healthier. Like, this is something that I've known I needed to work on for a long time, but I just never could get myself to do it consistently. So I decided now is the time that I'm actually gonna go for it and do this, even though it's hard. I knew it was something that I had to do. So some of the other internal practices that I began focusing on were supplementing certain things that I was not getting, adding foods to my diet that were specifically good for healthy hair. And another two things that I know were really having a negative effect on my health and my hair were stressing too much and not getting enough sleep. So those are things I actually have struggled with for years. And there were so many tips in the program for how to get better sleep, how to get more consistent sleep, and why it's so good for your hair, as well as why stress is so bad for your hair and how to reduce and prevent it. And again, there was tons of helpful information about all of this stuff, so I just tried my best to prioritize and add just a few things in at a time. And then once I was able to change my habits and routines surrounding those things, then I could add more. And I tried to do as much as I could without overwhelming myself. So the next thing that I decided to focus on were some of the external practices. So adjusting the things that I was applying to my scalp and to my hair based on what would make both of them healthier and what they truly needed. So something that I thought was super, super interesting and helpful to learn about was my hair's porosity. So this is something that I had never even, known about, thought about, considered before, and yet it has made the biggest difference in how my ends look. And a couple of the other external factors were determining how my climate, my environment, pollution affect my hair. And there were even suggestions for hairstyles that will be the least damaging to your hair. And so I knew that I had to incorporate all of these things into my routines in order to have the best hair that I could possibly have. Another thing that was really emphasized in the program was setting goals for yourself and understanding why you're doing what you're doing. And for me, that helped me stay more motivated and more patient, and it helped keep me on track with reaching my goals. Also, I'm the type of person who just tends to ask a lot of questions. Like, if I don't know how to do something, I want to make sure that I'm really getting it right, and that's how I felt in this situation especially. And throughout the program, I asked Sarah so many questions. Like, it was probably too much, but she was always so helpful and always wanted me to get things right as well. And she was quick to respond. She gave super detailed responses, and it was very helpful. As a result of implementing all these changes that I made throughout the program, I actually was able to reduce my hair loss from that original 75 to 100 strands every time I washed it to now about 25 strands, which for me, like, I almost still don't believe it because I've been so used to losing hair for so long. It's still like just so amazing and so awesome to me that I actually was able to achieve this goal. And the other thing that was super concerning for me when I first started was the itchiness and the oiliness of my scalp. And just by adjusting my habits and the things that I'm using on my scalp, the itchiness is completely gone. And now I can go 48 hours before my hair gets oily instead of the 24 or less that it was before. Not only those things, but my ends were really struggling. Like, I never liked how my hair looked unless I used heat styling on it. And now I do not use any heat styling on it. My ends used to be really brittle. They would get so tangled. Like, that's actually just something I've struggled with for forever, and I've figured out how to detangle my hair easier and how to use products that will help it not get tangly as easily. And I've also reduced the frizz. So I live in a super humid area, and I would go outside and my hair would just be instantly frizzy. And now that doesn't happen anymore, which is awesome. So I remember when I signed up for Hair Growth Lab, I had this simple goal of just ending my hair loss. And that was it. Like, I thought I would just go through the program and my hair wouldn't be falling out anymore at the end of it. But by making all of these healthy lifestyle changes that originally were really just for my hair, they have actually helped my health as well. And I just feel like a healthier person in general after doing this program. So some other ways that this program has really changed my life is that I have been able to end my chronic stress. I have been stressed out since college, and I never even tried to manage my stress until I started this program, and I got so many tips on actually how to do that and why it's so important. I also have been able to consistently eat healthier, and I've been motivated to do that. And now I have more energy, I feel more on top of things, I feel more invested in the work that I'm doing, and also my skin has cleared up, which is amazing. I also have been able to join this community of like-minded women who are also working towards similar goals as myself. And so we're all here to encourage each other, uplift each other, cheer each other on as we see each other making progress. And I've never had that before, so it's amazing. Like, I've always been so alone in this, and now I have this group of other people who I feel comfortable sharing with and who I know are there to support me. The changes that I've been able to bring about for myself throughout this journey through Hair Growth Lab have also encouraged me to make changes in other areas of my life and set more goals for myself and for my future, and to truly believe in myself. Because now that I know I've been able to do this, I know that I can carry that into other areas of my life as well. And lastly, throughout this whole time period where I was losing my hair, I just didn't completely feel like myself because I don't know what it is, but I just love having long hair. And I knew that prior to this, my hair was very healthy and thick. And so I just felt like I had lost a part of myself. And now I know that I'm gaining that back and I'm gaining my confidence back. And I'm really becoming the person that I truly believe I am. I honestly have only positive things to say about this program, and it has changed my life in so many different ways, and I completely recommend this to anybody who obviously wants to grow strong and healthy hair, but also wants to create a healthier lifestyle for themselves.